You'll think long and hard about how much money and how much time you're spending on your faceless YouTube videos after watching this. When it comes to automating faceless YouTube channels, we already know several shortcuts, so to speak, on how to get scripts going, right? Like ChatGPT or paraphrasing software like Quillbot, for example. We also already know some shortcuts to voiceovers like AI voiceovers or an editing program that alters your voice. But what about the visuals or even automating the entirety of the video as a whole? Now, InVideo's new AI tool can do this for you, and it does it pretty freaking well. I've talked about this tool before it launched about 2 months ago, but it's been a while since that video and it's gotten a lot better. I'm gonna take you through a quick tutorial here in a second showing you how I use it on my own channel, but keep in mind it's only gonna continue to get better as the months go by. Access to this tool can save you so much money because you can now fire your scriptwriter, you can fire your voiceover artist, and you can even fire your editor or whoever you pay to get your visuals or your graphics done. It can also save you so much time as well if you're doing any of these things yourself. Now, in the past, I used to recommend only using AI in the beginning to test different niches, different video topics, and different video formats, so you can kind of get some quick feedback on what's actually getting interest within your niche and ultimately what works, so you didn't have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time to get that insight. But with tools like this getting as good as they are already, I'm seriously rethinking that standpoint. Let me show you why. So this is what it looks like when you sign up, and there's a number of different options here when you get started. So ideally you'd have a script already. The reason I say that is when you put a keyword in, as you can see here, it literally says from the get-go, select your workflow. You can select if you're creating YouTube Shorts, which is a game changer. I've talked about why in other videos, because you can kind of combine shorts on your channel to get some momentum going, get some early subs and some viewer base, and then use your long form horizontal videos to actually get the watch time and monetize the channel and build trust and recurring viewers. Shorts are kind of like auditions. It's like a broad pool, but the videos are still the bread and butter. You can do YouTube explainer videos, recent event videos, or script to video, which I like the best. Or if you don't have a script yet, right, you can give it a topic or detailed instructions, a little bit like ChatGPT almost. Give it a paragraph, tell it what to create a video on for you, why, how, give it some details, and it will literally generate a video based on the topic and the instructions you give it. It does work, don't get me wrong, you can use this, but the way that I've actually been using it that works a lot better is if you give it a script pre-done already, it actually pumps out a legit video very quickly that's high quality and engaging. Now, if you don't know how to get a script, you can just use ChatGPT. I've covered this in so many other videos. So here's an example one that I just had ChatGPT work up for me on unique side hustles. So the first thing you're gonna do is select the workflow. I'm gonna go script to video because we already have a script in there. Now I'm gonna paste that video script that we had from ChatGPT into the actual software here. Take out the title, we don't need that. Then we're gonna tell it what kind of background music to put in, because in my experience, you don't have to do this, but if you don't do this, it's just gonna kind of pick for you. And it's super subtle, but it does make a difference to increase viewer retention. So for this is like a side hustles video. So I'm gonna say encouraging and motivational, because a lot of people watching a video like this want to be encouraged. They want to figure out how they can make some more money on the side. Also motivational, just because I've used that in the past and it seems to work pretty well. Again, you don't have to do this, but this just gives it more direction. Then the next settings is going to be for your voiceover. So if you only want a male voiceover, you can pick male. If you only want a female voiceover, you can pick female. So I'm actually going to try female because I go with male a lot. So let's just see what this sounds like. Again, I'm having fun. I might even utilize this video. And instead of any voice, you can pick an American voice, a California voice, a Southern accent, a Midwest voice. You get the picture. You can look through the options based on whatever type of video you want to create. Now, in my opinion, for a faceless channel, this really doesn't matter unless you really have a preference. But this is really important because let's say, hypothetically, you were like, I don't know, a real estate agent that was trying to create videos for Texas. Well, then you might want to go with a Southern voice because you're speaking to that demographic and that target market, and it's more relatable to them. But again, for a normal faceless channel, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to keep it any voice and broad, and we'll stick with female for this one just to try it. So then you're going to click continue, and then we're going to click generate video. Now here's where it does kind of take a little bit of time, right? So once you generate the video, and then obviously the next step from exporting, from the time that you click generate the video, which probably only took us, if we were moving fast, like 30 seconds, if that, it does take like 5 to 10 minutes to actually generate the video. But that's a good thing. It's not really that long in the grand scheme of things, because if you think about it and you had to actually go out and write the script or outsource the script and then record the voiceover or outsource the voiceover, voiceover and then order the visuals or do them yourself, you're talking about hours or days of your time here, or a lot of money spent on outsourcing. But instead, you can just use InVideo's AI and it will create the video for you in 5 to 10 minutes. As you can see here, we're already on to the next part here. So who's our audience? We're going to say entrepreneurs here, even though it could be young adults. What's the look and feel? You can use any of these. Minimalist modern looks good sometimes. Professional looks good. I'm going to stick with minimalist modern. Just play around with these, and it really doesn't matter a lot of times in the grand scheme of things, but what you put in here might pump out something slightly different. So test it. Figure out what works best for you. The platform is obviously YouTube, and then we're going to click continue. And this will probably take a good 5 minutes to run from here. And then when it's done, we'll export the video. So it probably took about a minute to actually generate this video. And from here, you can actually play it and see what it created for you. If you don't like it, then you can just click regenerate down here in the left. You'll also notice that the iStock brand is on this specific picture here. Based on where they grab these pictures or videos, it's going to be branded with that image until you upgrade, but you can utilize this and play around with it completely free before you want to do that. And if you do decide to upgrade, the first package is only $25 a month, which is ridiculously cheap. And the second package after that, I believe, is $50. So we're not talking expensive here. It's still very, very cheap. Now, assuming you previewed this and you liked it, you would just click export and then export your video. And then you'll see 1080p is what you want to go with here. I don't ever go 4K because it takes a long time. You also need to upgrade further for that, and I didn't do that. Now, once you upgrade, you'll have the option to export with no watermarks, and you'll also have the option to export without the AI in video branding. But again, you can export with the branding completely free if you want to. And then you click continue, and it should export and download directly to your computer. And there you go. It exports out very quickly, just like that. Now, here's the first 20 seconds of the video, roughly, that InVideo AI generated for us in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Got items collecting dust at home? Rent them out. On platforms like Fat Llama, you can lend things like cameras, lawnmowers, and even pole saws for a fee. It's a great way to make money off things you don't use often. Most of us have items worth over $1,000 just lying around.
And I was actually going to go ahead and show you another one here, but I think it'd be a lot better if you just signed up yourself, tested it out, and had some fun with it yourself. Now, in my opinion, this is mind-blowing. Is it perfect? No, not yet, but it's getting better every day. And with this AI software, you can pump out videos super cheap and super fast for your faceless channel. And they're good videos too. They're engaging. They're not boring. They're not just a simple overlay of stock photos with a voiceover. They're actually engaging videos with relevant pictures, relevant videos, and transitions, and even some text automatically done for you. I'm also not just promoting this software and telling you that you should use it. I've been using this software for one of my channels recently, and it's been working very well.